guys, so today we're going to make a paper snowflake. So you'll need a glue stick, a pair of scissors, something that you can trace that's round. I've got a plastic plate. You need a pencil to trace with, your coloring tools, and 2 pieces of paper. I've got one white and one color, but you could use 2 white and that would be fine. So we're going to go through this first part really fast. First, you need to trace your plate onto your white paper, and then you're going to color it and cut it out. Now we're thinking about radial symmetry, so however you color it, it should be in a circle, but you can use whatever colors you want or whatever materials. Then you need to do the same thing with the colored paper, just trace it and cut it out. You don't have to color anything on that one. So I've got a colored circle that I've already cut out, and then I of course already have my one that I colored as well. So the one that we colored we can set aside, and we're just going to work on the colored paper. And first we're just going to fold it in half, and then we need to fold it into thirds. So sometimes it's easier to fold it into thirds if you kind of roughly draw it out first. So we're just going to eyeball it and roughly draw 3 pie pieces, meaning we're going to draw 2 lines. That way you can make little adjustments if you need to. So it's okay if it's not perfect. We're not going to measure anything. We're just eyeballing it. And this is the back, so it doesn't matter. The back of my paper is white, but it makes no difference. Then the first pie piece, we're just going to fold over toward the middle. Fold over your first pie piece on the line that you drew. And then since it gets pretty thick, I like to flip the whole thing over and then fold the other pie piece backwards. That just helps keep it from getting a really thick fold that doesn't cut as easily. So once we've got it folded, this rounded edge needs to be a no cut zone. We can't cut anything up here. We need this to be intact. So I'm going to draw a line that makes it so that the edge is about as thick as my finger, about 1/2 inch thick. And I'm not going to cut there, but I can draw shapes and cut on the other 2 sides. So sometimes it's easier if we draw them out. So I'm going to draw some shapes on the inside. Shapes that have straight edges are much easier to cut out of thick paper like this than rounded shapes. So I'm going to draw some shapes that have straight edges. And then we're just going to cut out on the lines that we drew. We're pretty close to it. Then when you are all done and you open it up with the edges still intact, so it'll leave the circle, and you'll have your snowflake, just like that. Now we need to glue it down onto the circle that we colored. So I like to use an extra piece of paper as a placemat so that I don't get glue everywhere. Just cover in the back with glue, and then we're going to glue it straight down onto our other circle so that it's centered. And then I like to rub it from the back to help make sure it's stuck. And that's that. There you go. Have fun.